Good morning everyone and welcome back to London. It's Remembrance weekend, which means tomorrow I'm going to be up here again for a parade, so I thought I'd bring you along for a whole weekend of photography. Not with the Q3 though. I've been lucky enough to get my hands on the Leica M-EV1 for the weekend. A big thanks to the Leica Store in Mayfair for letting me have it and just shoot around with it and just explore the city with a completely new camera. It's paired with the Summicron f2 35mm, different focal length. Should be fun. Full manual, no autofocus, but to be fair, I don't use the autofocus on my Q3 anymore either. Should be a lot of fun. Let's go see what we can see. I'm starting in Green Park because it's autumn, which means the orange colour of the trees and the leaves is quite nice. See how this copes. Should be a lot of fun. Feels like I was only here 3 months ago doing the exact same thing. Christmas markets are already up behind me. I'm at Trafalgar Square and I'm still warming up with the camera, but I'm remembering hyperfocal distance. I don't really use it. Usually I'm nailing the focus on the Q3, but because it's a different lens and the focus ring feels completely different, I'm having to rely on hyperfocal distance. So if you look at the lens, I am shooting at f8, which means if I'm focusing my focus ring at 2 meters, everything from just over 3 meters to just under 1.5 meters will be in focus, because this is f2.8 all the way to f16 on either side. So the lens goes down to f2 and 2.8 either side. So you just got to basically match up whatever your f-stop is here to the values either side of the two, and whatever it is in that range is going to be in focus. Remember that, and you're focusing on a manual camera will be a hell of a lot easier. Right, the sun's come out now, which is great for me. I feel really warmed up. I'm getting tuned up to this camera and getting used to shooting in 35 and not 28. Because there is a difference. Not much, but you can definitely notice it when you've been shooting 28 for about 2 years. I'm loving these little patches of light though. I'm just focusing on people walking through it, trying to backlight them. And I've got used to the focusing. So I am now to the point where I was with the Q3, where I can take a shot and it be in focus, which is good. Thank you, hyperfocal distance. So we're back fully on the South Bank now, walking down towards Bank and that sort of area. I'm liking this bench though, especially if you were to walk halfway down the stairs. The silhouette of the subject and their reflection on the window creates like a person within a person type look, and it looks quite nice. But other than that, I'm going to keep walking. This camera's nice. Do I buy one? Probably not. That's probably not a good idea. Do I want to buy one? Yes. Who's it for? You know, people have been saying that quite a lot. It's an M without a rangefinder. It's basically a Q with interchangeable lenses. Well, let's squash that real quick. It's not. It's not a Q with interchangeable lenses. It feels exactly like an M. I've shot with an M11. It feels like that. It feels pretty much exactly like that to hold. The dials and everything else feels exactly like that. The only thing is EVF, which is great for people with bad eyesight like me. I can't see anything half the time without my glasses, and for a rangefinder, if you're shooting with like a 50 or a 75, all you've got is crop lines basically, and you're still seeing the world as you would normally see it. But with this, you put it up to your eye or you use the screen and you're seeing it as a 35, as a 50, as a 75, as a 90, whatever you're shooting. So you're seeing it how you should see it, and then obviously it digitally crops in if you've got that setting turned on to get your focusing correct. So that helps massively for people like me, the blind ones. I like this. This is quite a cool little art exhibition. I'm playing a game of how can we not photograph children while standing here while a bunch of families are playing with their children. But I like the look is really fun. I just need to try and avoid families and try and get a solo subject. Just to create something a bit unique, you know? So the National Theatre along the South Bank's great, purely when the sun hits it because of all this brutalistic type shapes that you can get. And it's only around here that I think you really get that on the South Bank, so yeah, it's nice to walk through. We just need to wait for a solo subject really to crest it. Ideally, them in the light against the background which is dark is what I'm going for. Okay. This shot
I've been here a couple of times. It's different with a 35mm. The wider the better, I imagine, with this place here. But solo subject, walking up the stairs, shard in the corner. It's pretty geometric. I quite like it. I'm used to also having a flip screen. This doesn't have a flip screen. I keep going to flip it up. It doesn't work. There's no flipping motion going on here. But it's about 4 p.m. so I've got a family gathering to go to tonight, and then I'm back up here very early for Remembrance tomorrow. So I'll see you in a minute, and it'll be the next day. Sunday, Remembrance Sunday, which is always a good time to photograph, I think.
Right, good morning. Last day with the EV1 and it's Remembrance Sunday. I've just finished with the parade. I don't tend to photograph or record too much there because it is a time for remembrance, but I did put this camera through its paces where I could. Did some portraits, did some candid shots of actual people. It was good, really nice, and this works like a dream. This combination 35mm Summicron, this camera, works like a dream. Don't tell my other half. Should I buy one? Let me know in the comments. Hopefully she doesn't watch this. You guys are bad influences, I'll tell you that in advance. If you say yes, it's all your fault. Let's see what photos we can get. Last day. Right, so it's now grey skies again. We're in Chinatown, Soho. I'm trying to use this as a bit of foreground texture, capture people through the other side. We'll see how it looks. I forgot how to focus for a second, but I think I'm back now. Right, back at Trafalgar Square. I've just gone into the National Gallery because they've got a new entrance that's opened. And there's some really nice windows leading up the stairs. I think I got an image, but I feel like there's going to be much better opportunities when there's sun out. It's currently no sun. So I'm going to hope to come back when it is purely sunny, and I'll see what photos I can get there. I'm going to carry on mooching around, and then when it gets nighttime, do a bit of nighttime photography, in Soho and then call it. I'm gonna miss this little thing. The EV1's been great so far. Paired with that 35mm Summicron. Really, really nice camera. Yeah, I'm gonna say something unpopular. I don't think that London's that great for nighttime street photography. There's one area, Soho, and the occasional bits of the South Bank. Everywhere else you may get the occasional light source, but nothing crazy. So there's much better cities out there, especially like the major ones like Tokyo, New York, stuff like that. They're much better for nighttime photography than London, but we'll give it a go nevertheless. We'll see what the low light performance is like. We'll go from there. Right, there hasn't been many pictures in a while, but there could be right now. These escalators, this mirror, these lights, just a good subject, and you're well on your way to a decent shot. Is there one coming? It doesn't happen often. There is someone coming though. This could be it, guys. I don't know how long I've waited to get a shot like this. Unfortunately, I missed it last time because I was faffing about with settings, but that might happen now. I mean, that could work. It could work with the lines and the light. Who knows? We'll soon find out in the editing process, and when I put it on the Mac and think to myself, was it worth it? It tends to be what I do most of the time I'm shooting. Is it all worth it? Back in Chinatown, trying to replicate the shot that many people go and get because of the steamy windows at beijingdumpling.co.uk. Misty windows, I'll try. I don't think I can beat the shot that I got first time around when I was here though. But here's trying, right? That guy is cool looking. Do you want a picture? You look amazing. Where's the light? That's a good question. If you stand here looking at the shop, that would be great. You look amazing, dude. Really do. Right, I've been photographing this carousel for a little bit now. I've been playing with slow shutter, I'm shooting low, really just taking advantage of the lights and stuff like that. I'm on 1/4 of a second. That's enough for when it starts spinning to create that nice motion look. And certain people are moving at different speeds as well. Certain people are just standing watching it. So their silhouettes are quite in focus and nice. But yeah, that's it, I think. I'm gonna go make my way home and get this ready to be shipped back. It's been a fun weekend using this camera. I'm gonna make a second video in the coming weeks talking about this camera in more detail, talking about the pros and cons, what I liked and disliked from this weekend of using it quite heavily. And hopefully you can find out whether this camera is right for you in that video. So keep an eye out for that, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.